Welcome to English Talk Center.
Mark, I did something really stupid yesterday, and I'm still feeling frustrated with myself about it.
Oh no, what happened? You seem upset.
Well, I had a very important report to finish for my job, and the deadline was today at 9 a.m. I knew about this report for 2 whole weeks.
Okay, so you had plenty of time. Did you finish it?
That's the problem. I kept telling myself, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And suddenly it was 11 p.m. last night, and I hadn't even started writing it.
Oh, Anna, so you had to stay up all night finishing it?
Yes, I worked until 4 a.m., my eyes were burning, I drank 5 cups of coffee, and the report wasn't even my best work because I was so tired and rushed.
That sounds terrible. And the worst part is you knew it was coming, right? It wasn't a surprise?
Exactly. That's what makes me so angry with myself. Why do I keep doing this? Why do I wait until the last minute when I know it only creates stress and problems?
You're talking about procrastination, Mark. And honestly, you're not alone. I do the same thing all the time.
Really? You seem so organized and responsible. I can't imagine you procrastinating.
Oh, I'm actually very good at procrastinating. Last month, I needed to clean my garage because it was so messy I couldn't even park my car inside anymore.
So what did you do?
I spent 3 hours watching videos on the internet about how to organize a garage instead of actually organizing my garage.
Wait, you watched videos about organizing instead of just doing it? That's actually funny, but also a little bit sad.
I know. And the crazy thing is, while I was watching those videos, I felt like I was being productive. My brain was telling me, look, you're learning about organization. You're doing something useful.
But you weren't actually solving the problem.
Exactly. I was just finding a clever way to avoid the real work. And you know what happened after those 3 hours?
Let me guess. You still didn't clean the garage?
Correct. I felt tired from sitting and watching videos, so I told myself, I'll do it tomorrow when I have more energy. And tomorrow became next week, and next week became next month.
So when did you finally clean it?
My wife got so frustrated that she said, Mark, either you clean that garage this weekend or I'm calling someone to take away half of your tools and boxes. That threat finally made me do it.
Sometimes we need that kind of pressure, I think. But it's not a healthy way to live, is it?
No, it's not. The stress of waiting until the last minute is much worse than just doing the task when we first think about it.
So why do we do this to ourselves? What is wrong with our brains?
Well, I've been thinking about this question a lot, especially after my garage situation. I think there are several reasons why people procrastinate.
Tell me, because I really want to understand this. Maybe if I understand why I do it, I can stop doing it.
Okay, so one big reason is that the task feels too big or too difficult. When you look at something and think, this is going to take forever, or this is too hard, your brain wants to run away from it.
Yes, that's exactly how I felt about my report. When I thought about writing 15 pages, it felt like climbing a huge mountain, so I just avoided thinking about it.
Right, and avoiding thinking about it feels good in the moment. You get a little bit of relief, like, I don't have to deal with this right now.
But that relief doesn't last long, does it? Because the task is still there, waiting for you.
Exactly. And actually, the worry about the task starts growing bigger in your mind. Every day you don't do it, you feel a little more guilty and a little more stressed.
Oh, yes, I felt that way. Every time I saw my computer, I thought, I should be working on that report. And I felt bad, but I still didn't start it.
That's another reason people procrastinate. Sometimes we choose to do easy, fun things instead of hard, important things.
Like scrolling through social media instead of working?
Yes, perfect example. Your brain says, hey, looking at pictures of cats is easy and makes you feel good right now. Writing a report is hard and doesn't feel fun. Let's choose the cats.
But the cats don't help me finish my work.
No, they don't. And here's something interesting I learned. When you procrastinate, you're actually not being lazy.
Wait, what do you mean? I always thought procrastination was the same as being lazy.
No, it's different. Lazy means you don't want to do anything at all. But when you procrastinate, you're usually doing something. You're cleaning your room, you're organizing your desk, you're watching videos.
That's true. Yesterday, instead of writing my report, I cleaned my entire kitchen. It was the cleanest it's been in months.
See, you weren't lazy. You were avoiding the thing that felt difficult or stressful. So you found other things to do instead.
Okay, so now that we understand why we procrastinate, how do we stop doing it? I really need help with this.
Well, I've been trying different methods, and some of them actually work for me. Do you want to hear what I've learned?
Yes, please. I'm desperate for any advice that might help.
Okay, so the first thing that helps me is breaking the big task into very small pieces.
What do you mean by very small?
I mean, instead of saying, I need to clean the garage, I say, today I will spend 15 minutes putting tools in boxes. That's all.
Just 15 minutes? That doesn't sound scary at all.
Exactly. That's the point. When the task is small, your brain doesn't panic and try to run away. 15 minutes feels easy, so you actually start doing it.
And what happens after 15 minutes? Do you stop?
Here's the interesting part. Usually, once I start doing something for 15 minutes, I keep going. Starting is the hardest part. Once you're already doing the task, it's easier to continue.
Oh, that makes sense. The difficult part is beginning, not the actual work itself.
Right. So for your report, instead of thinking, I need to write 15 pages, you could think, I will write for 20 minutes. Just 20 minutes, that's all.
And maybe after 20 minutes, I would have written one page, and then I might feel like continuing?
Exactly. You might surprise yourself and write 3 or 4 pages once you get started.
Okay, I like this idea. What else helps you stop procrastinating?
Another thing that works is removing distractions before you start working.
Like putting away my phone?
Yes, phones are the biggest distraction for most people. I put my phone in another room when I need to focus on something important.
But what if someone needs to call me for an emergency?
Well, how often do real emergencies happen? Most of the time, messages can wait for 1 hour while you work on your task.
That's true. I think I just use someone might need me as an excuse to keep my phone nearby, but really I just want to check social media.
We all do that, Anna. Our phones are designed to grab our attention and keep us looking at them. The companies want us to spend as much time as possible on their apps.
So it's not completely my fault that I get distracted.
Well, it's a little bit your fault, but the apps are working very hard to distract you. That's why you need to make it physically difficult to reach your phone.
Put it in another room, turn it off, give it to someone?
All of those are good strategies. Another thing I do is tell someone else about my goal.
Why does telling someone help?
Because when you tell another person, I'm going to finish this task today, you feel more pressure to actually do it. You don't want to disappoint them or look like you can't keep your promises.
Oh, like accountability. Someone is watching to see if you do what you said you would do.
Exactly. Last week, I told my wife, I'm going to exercise for 30 minutes today. And even though I didn't feel like exercising later, I did it anyway because I didn't want to admit to her that I didn't keep my word.
That's smart. So maybe I should tell my friend I'm going to finish my next report 3 days before the deadline, and then I'll feel pressure to actually do it.
Yes, and choose a friend who will actually ask you about it. Don't choose someone who will forget or won't care.
My friend Lisa is perfect for this. She always remembers everything, and she's very direct about asking if I did what I said I would do.
Perfect. Now, here's another tip that might sound strange, but it really helps me.
What is it?
I give myself permission to do a bad job at first.
Wait, what? You want to do a bad job?
No, I don't want the final result to be bad, but I tell myself, the first attempt doesn't have to be perfect. I can fix it later.
Oh, I think I understand. You're saying perfectionism might be part of the procrastination problem.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes we don't start a task because we're worried it won't be good enough. We think, if I can't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all.
Oh my goodness, I do this all the time. I wait to start writing because I want my first sentence to be absolutely perfect.
But the truth is, nobody writes a perfect first sentence. You write something, anything, and then you improve it later.
So I should just write whatever comes to mind, even if it's not great, just to get started?
Yes. Write a terrible first draft. Get all your ideas on the paper, even if they're messy and disorganized. You can fix them tomorrow, but at least you'll have something to work with.
That takes so much pressure off. I always thought I had to do everything correctly the first time.
No, that's too much pressure, and that's probably one of the reasons you procrastinate. Your brain is scared of failing, so it avoids trying.
Wow, that's actually very deep. So procrastination is sometimes about fear of failure, not about being lazy or irresponsible.
Exactly right, Anna. And recognizing that fear can help you deal with it better.
Okay, so we have breaking tasks into small pieces, removing distractions, telling someone about our goals, and giving ourselves permission to be imperfect at first. Are there any other tips?
Yes, one more thing that helps me a lot. I use something called the 2-minute rule.
What's the 2-minute rule?
If something takes less than 2 minutes to do, I do it immediately instead of putting it on my to-do list for later.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, let's say I get an email that I need to reply to. If I can answer that email in 2 minutes or less, I answer it right away, instead of telling myself, I'll reply to this later.
Why is that helpful?
Because those small tasks pile up very quickly. If you put 10 2-minute tasks on your list for later, suddenly you have a list that feels overwhelming, and then you procrastinate on the whole list.
But if you just do each small thing immediately, the list never gets long?
Exactly. And you feel much better because you're finishing things instead of collecting a giant pile of unfinished tasks.
That's actually brilliant. I have so many tiny tasks on my list that I keep postponing, and now the list is so long I don't even want to look at it.
Start using the 2-minute rule today. You'll be surprised how much lighter you feel.
Okay, Mark, I think this conversation has been really helpful. Before we finish, maybe we should mention something to our listeners?
Oh yes, good idea. Everyone, if you're finding this conversation useful and you want to improve your English while learning about real-life topics, please click the like button on this video.
Yes, and if you subscribe to our channel, you'll see our new conversations every week, and you can practice listening and understanding natural English.
And please share this with anyone you know who's learning English or who struggles with procrastination. Actually, that's probably everyone.
That's true. Everyone procrastinates sometimes. Okay, so Mark, let me ask you one final question. If you could give just one piece of advice to someone who procrastinates a lot, what would you say?
Just one piece of advice? That's difficult because we talked about so many helpful things today.
I know, but if you had to choose only one, what would be the most important thing to remember?
Okay, I think the most important thing is this. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel motivated. Don't wait until you have a lot of time. Just do something tiny right now.
I really like that. Start small, but start now. Even 5 minutes of work is better than 0 minutes.
Yes, and those 5 minutes often turn into 15 minutes, which turns into an hour. But even if they don't, at least you moved forward a little bit.
And moving forward a little bit today is better than planning to move forward a lot tomorrow.
Perfect way to say it, Anna. Well, I think we covered everything we wanted to talk about today.
Yes, we talked about what procrastination is, why we do it, and most importantly, how to stop doing it. We shared real strategies that actually work.
I hope our listeners feel more confident about tackling their own procrastination habits now.
Me too. And remember, everyone, we all procrastinate sometimes. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just try to get a little better each day.
Well said. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for listening to our conversation today. We really appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you. And please write in the comments and tell us, what task have you been procrastinating on? Maybe writing it down will help you finally do it.
Great idea, Anna. We love reading your comments, and it's excellent English practice for you too.
All right, everyone. See you in the next episode. Take care and stop procrastinating, starting today.
Goodbye, friends, and remember, the best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now.
Bye-bye, everyone.